Hello everybody, I just wanted to address everybody real quick at the start of these readings to thank you all for your subscriptions and comments and all of the views that you guys have sent my way. I really appreciate your guys' intention and enthusiasm to all that we do here on this little channel. Very much so. And once again, as we get into your mid-June general readings, please remember that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. I hope you enjoy them. Here we go.
Capricorn, I've got to let you know that every time I start your guys' reading, I get a calm sensation that comes over me. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but I like it. I like the way it feels. So yes, Capricorn, thank you for joining me in this moment in space and time. And as always, thank you guys for all of the views and all of the support that you've shown for this little YouTube channel. I'm so glad you guys are connecting with these readings. If you check the description box down below this video, there are a couple new ways to get in touch with me. I have just added a few more social media things to accompany this channel just as it grows. So I'm not offering personal readings at this time as of yet, but I just wanted to give you guys certain new special ways you can get in touch with me if you choose to do so. All right, Capricorn, I hope you're all in a place of abundance, joy, bliss, well-being, knowingness, whatever it may be, love, you know, just my well-wishing has always been my favorite part of doing these videos for you guys. We're asking what are the hidden messages, what are any stuck energies that Capricorn needs to be aware of, and what are the healing messages, what are the healing cards for Capricorn. All right, I think we're ready to go. All right, if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for tuning in. Check it out. There's usually a capstone oracle card message towards the end of the video. For my subscribers, here we go again. 7 cards, each one reflecting one of our chakras. There's 7 major areas of energy centers in our body and areas of life that we look to. Okay, here we are. Energy at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Swords. Capricorn, what's going on? You guys beating yourself up. You guys been having trouble, you know, with some butting some heads with certain people, and then, you know, feeling a little bit like you've received the short end of the stick a few too many times. 8 of Swords is a bit of a gnarly card to see up in the overall energy. It's a rough go. Traditionally, this card means like somebody is not seeing things clearly. Somebody is a little bit deluded or a little bit clouded. It doesn't necessarily have to mean you. This could be somebody that you're dealing with or wherever you have set your intention on in this reading, whatever question you came here with. The 8 of Swords shows that it's clouded, or it shows that you're definitely good thing you're getting some outside advice about it, because you may not be seeing it clearly, okay? And this could be a situation that has the potential to sort of damage your ego or to hurt your feelings a little bit, or whatever has gone on here has kind of been not an easy energy to deal with. This is the card of adversity. But sometimes with the 8 of Swords, the adversity, it's coming from ourselves. It doesn't necessarily need to be adverse, right? But we've made it so through inaction, maybe even some untruths, or maybe even just some, you know, certain pathways that your mind gets on. Your mind loses track and it just goes off into these weird realms, and you end up thinking about the weirdest things. And you know, sometimes that involves worst case scenario situations, and I just hope that you guys aren't too stuck in that, okay? So 8 of Swords up there, we'll relate back to it. We'll try and see what it's all about. We'll try to get that energy from stuck to healed. Get them spinning again. All right, root chakra, what's up? Oh, Ace of Pentacles, look at that. So the big Ace of Pentacles in the root chakra. This card, to me, it can mean that some of you are actively pursuing new business ventures, new entrepreneurial ideas, and new ways of going about making your money. It could be a new job for some, it could be a new career, or it could be just a change of what you've been doing in your career, right? You may have, you know, reached a certain plateau, or you may have been given a new mandate now by an executive or something like that. Ace of Pentacles can also be the big time saver. New free time. You've found some extra time in your schedule to pursue something new now. Pentacles for me are always time. Time and money are like the currency, counter currency of our lives of this day and age. So when we look to pentacles as material things and as coins, I always consider time as part of this, because it's like it's very fourth dimensional. Like it can seem like the economy and the money can sort of sometimes have dominion over our lives, because we all got to live, eat, and put a roof over our head. But while we're doing that, what are we losing? We're also losing our time, which is kind of like the doorway, the key that the fourth dimension is to like reach up into 5D, to find some harmony and spirit if we're going through an ascension process here. So Ace of Pentacles, if it's showing up in your life as newfound time, like a little bit of extra space in your schedule, I really want to make sure you guys are capitalizing. Jump on it, get on it, right? And do whatever it is that brings bliss into your life. Do whatever it is it takes that you want to do, okay? Ace of Pentacles. It's good energy to see there in the root chakra. All right. Now, we've got strength up here and then one step up in the sacral chakra. This is our creative centers. This strength card is reversed. So, for some of you, you could be feeling that maybe there is, you've been a single for a long time. I feel this message is for somebody that just would really like to have found somebody or to be in a partnership, but they've been unable to sort of kind of lock down a soulmate or like find that particular twin flame. And I don't often talk about that kind of stuff in my readings, because like I'm not the kind of tarot reader to be like your ex is going to come back or your ex is not going to come back. Like I'd have better off telling you if your cat was gonna come back, right? It's just like I don't play that way. But when I see this, I see sort of the longing of somebody like wanting to receive a message about love and about where their partner is, so to speak, right? Can we create love? How can we find a place where we're strong enough where it's like to take loneliness and to turn it into solitude, being comfortable in solitude. And it's a really tough energy to see into this strength reverse card as it shows up here. Like I keep it simple for you. Like for guys that are checking this out, like this is as simple as like remembering to do your Kegel exercises or making sure to go and have your prostate checked. You know, if you got a little of the dribble drabble going on, right? That kind of thing. And if you're a lady watching this and that doesn't make sense, maybe there are some health issues that have arisen and that you're just kind of like maybe need to go and be certain of things, right? For some of you, this could be being tested. And that's on the more mundane. This card first struck me because it's major arcana as more esoteric, right? Why are you guys not feeling as creative? Where are the creative blocks coming from? And then when I get that, I keep seeing like the heart radiating, like of love, like where is it, question mark, right? That kind of thing. So stay strong in sort of your pursuit or not settling for second best. If you really want to be happy here, Capricorn, this is going to be a time where it's like, it's almost like you've been tested in sort of your singlehood here. And some of you maybe just find that you're running out of patience with a lot of things, or maybe with a particular lover. So that could be interesting. I'm going to ask for a quick clarifier on this strength card because, like, literally it stumped me. And I'm not going to go around and say, like, I'm the most all-knowing, all-seeing, this is definitively right all the time, right? Because these are general readings that are now affecting so many people, right? So my intention for the channel and for the readings is to clear the stuck energies, to drive home healing messages. And that's, like, what I want to do. I might not have a ton of subscribers as a result, but I'm going to have really healthy and smart subscribers as a result, right? And that's what we want. Seven of Wands, so defensiveness. Some of you are just tired of fighting. Some of you are tired of, like, fighting with a person. Some of you are tired of fighting with a situation that, you know, it seems endless. Like, it seems like relentless. Something has been affecting you and it's unrelenting, and it's forced you into this place of, like, needing to, like, kind of ward it off, right? Like, and it's tough because you're almost, like, not even at the point where you're wanting to deal with it anymore, right? And there is that message of, like, Capricorn, don't give up. Don't give up. This power is going to continue to come from within. And it normally comes, honestly, like when you think you can't take one more step or you're just about ready to give up. That's when you give it that last final shove and things tend to break through for you, right? Source, God, whatever it is you put your faith and that you believe in, knows your limits. It knows you innately, like inside and out. So whatever you're being tested with at present time, Capricorn, don't give up on it. And if it's overwhelmed, this is a time for prayer. This is the time for actively speaking with your angels and your higher self to say, please help relieve me of this. Please help me to understand it for what it really is. Help me to see the picture for what it really is. And you know, small miracles can occur, you know, when we're struggling, and we may be amazed to the things we can find out when we start interacting on a more esoteric level with our spirit guides and with our higher selves to really say, well, you know, I'm more than just like a bag of bones. I deserve better than this. I deserve more than this, right? Well, when we go in to find it, maybe what we do is we have to have faith in that something is guiding us, and that same something that is guiding us sometimes tests us in very peculiar and very strengthening ways, okay? And I'm going to have to leave it at that because it's what it is. It's tough cards. All right, Knight of Pentacles in the gut instinct. Okay, so for some of you, it could just be that a lot of people are depending on you. A lot of people, Capricorn, they see you as practical. They see you as the one to go to. And some of you may have children that you're feeding and that you're dealing with at present time. And some of you may just have a situation where you're having a tough time accommodating for children. You're having a tough time even with perhaps some levels of discipline. Maybe you got some teenagers on your hands that are just kind of like, you're feeling like, well, they're free to do whatever they want. Meanwhile, here I am. I go to work for 10 hours, then I come home, make sure all the bills are paid, feed the ungrateful little suckers, and then, you know, they're gone again. And you're just like, oh, man, well, not even so much as a thank you, Mom, or a thank you, Dad, that kind of thing is the potential that I see here with this Knight of Pentacles, right? Everybody else just kind of moving freely about you, and you're kind of like stuck. You can't like really go too far too fast, because as soon as you try to, somebody's calling you back saying, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. You said you would do this, you said you would do that, right? This is Nine of Pentacles. But this is you guys moving through your element. Somebody is following that plot line of like the time thing, the new free time, and has really got some great creative ideas that are definitely facing back to this sacral energy where we're feeling this lack of strength. So my suggestion here, Capricorn, is like find a cheap gym membership or head out to Wally World and grab some cheap workout equipment of your own, throw it down in the basement. Let's start pumping some iron, doing some lifts, getting some cardio in. Get this strength up, and you may find that whatever creative breakthrough you're searching for is going to be on the heels of a more physically fit body. And that's just a message I got for somebody, right? If you got this free time. So it's kind of like both sides, Capricorn. Some of you are completely locked down, almost like no free time at all. And others of you have found a little bit of free time, right? Now, Ace of Pentacles, some of you that may have been locked down, you may have taken a recent position. And some of you may be feeling like some of the people that you work with now are like, oh, this is like, oh, I wish I had known this in the interview process, that I'd be dealing with a joking ninny like this guy or like that girl, right? And you're like, oh, I just can't deal with it anymore, right? Or like, I'd never signed up for this sort of thing, right? So that's just a message for some. Because this Ace of Pentacles is a powerful, positive card in your day-to-day living. So I just want to make sure that whatever messages of healing are coming through, it's almost like I wish I could switch these and relate everything back to Ace of Pentacles, but I can't, because the overall came up the deck of the Eight of Swords. How do we heal that? How do we reveal that? Well, maybe what we do is we tell the kids, you know what, here's a case of Kraft dinner and a couple burgers in the freezer. You guys are figure it out yourself this week. I got something new. I got somewhere I gotta be. Or work is making me work a swing shift or an evening shift. right? And like these kids, they'll eat the cheese packet first, and then they'll eat the macaroni raw. They'll figure it out. They'll find a way, as long as they're older, right? This is not for younger children, right? But what I'm saying is like some of these things you have to just kind of let it go and let these people around you take care of themselves. If you're dealing with some really crappy coworkers and you're trying to just kind of be patient, continue to be patient, continue maybe a little bit of silence on your behalf, Capricorn, will go a long way, because you'll spend a lot more time in listening and being able to sort of judge, and then you'll be able to sort of find out the pitfalls or your way to circumnavigate maybe negative energies that are coming at you from the egos of your coworkers. Okay. Wow. Some really rough and tumble stuff, Capricorn. All right, Libra had a rough go this go around too. So my heart goes out to you. It's kind of like you're definitely struggling, but you're at the moment where you're about to break through. Okay, you're at that place where all the walls are about to come crashing down. The sunlight's about to come flooding in. Right? Okay, and it's like, I don't know why. It's almost like somebody that is like completely mesmerized by a campfire, and they've been staring at it for hours, and then all of a sudden they look up and they stare at the stars, and they're like, oh my God, I can't, like, wow, what a change, what a difference, right? That kind of thing. All right, up in the heart chakra, we've got Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so some of you definitely found that the heart wants you to make a choice. The heart definitely wants you to sort of set some ground rules down for moving forward. And this is with yourself and with other people in your life. And this is new. Somebody might be of a situation where schedules have conflicted between family life and commuting to work. We picked on that a little bit as well. And there could be situations now that we're getting into summertime here, that schedules could be changing and schedulings could be tightening up. People could be asking more of your time, and you're like, I just don't have it. I really wanted to commit to this new thing, but it's kind of like you find that you get inspired, you make all these plans, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, people start asking or demanding of your time. And you're just like, I wish you would take a flying leap. Like, it's kind of like, it's not because you don't like that person, but you're just like, oh man, I finally had a plan for my, Saturday afternoons that was going to really like boost my confidence, boost my spirit. And now all of a sudden they're calling me into work. Or, or great Aunt Edna needs help cutting their grass across town because, the lawnmower just hasn't been working right. And she's, a little bit too bent over to push it straight anymore, whatever that might be, right? So we got to lay down some foundation, some groundwork. It's almost kind of like if you guys could get your day planner, write out a week schedule, and then post it on Facebook for everybody to see, and just be like, these are the times that if anyone bothers me, I swear I'm going to come over and dip your head in a bucket of ice water. Like, just don't go there. Make people aware of your priorities, I guess is what I'm saying with Two of Hearts up in heart chakra, so that you're not losing out on happiness just so that you're making everybody else happy around you. And I think you're in recognition of that, Capricorn. I think you realize that you do that sometimes, that, it's kind of like, oh my goodness, everybody's so happy. That's fulfilling for a few minutes, but then you're like, what have I done for me lately, right? What have I done? And that's not like I promote selfishness. It's just like, all right. So again, we have this Chariot card. So for some of you, there's an issue with a commute, or there is an issue with like making time or making plans to get somewhere, to go somewhere. Or for some of you, there may be a strong desire to move, but you're waiting on resources. All right. Or for something to change, but you're waiting on a resource of some sort. Okay, the Chariot is normally a quick-moving energy, and it's something you want. There's something that you desire, right? But it's almost like current life isn't allowing for it right now, and you're like kind of trying to figure out ways to make that occur, make it happen, right? The Two of Pentacles being the signifier here, and then we have a major arcana as the clarifier, right? It's kind of like your heart is asking you to figure out a way so that you can get to your goal a lot quicker without this Eight of Swords energy almost telling yourself that you can't do it, or it's going to be impossible, or that you could only do it if, and such, and maybe if, right? But it's like this kind of energy has got to stop. Do it one thing at a time, one little bit at a time, right? Take those baby steps. Almost you lose sight of the bigger picture for a little while, and you look at the journey more than the destination, so that the journey becomes easier, right? You're prepared for any adversity or anybody, that's going to try and come along and get you off your game, right? Or make big promises and then not deliver, sort of thing. Set some ground rules, set some boundaries with people, okay? Two of Pentacles. All right, communication, Nine of Wands reversed. All right, now let's look at expression. Let's look at nonverbal communication with this. Maybe some people around you have kind of like honed in. Perhaps they've been at that job site for a lot longer than you have, and maybe some of you are like, ooh, some of them are like, oh, look at this, an easy target, or fresh meat, or this is somebody that can, I can give my TPS reports to, and they'll pick up the slack because they're afraid of not having a job at all. Ha, 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 right? And that kind of thing. Watch out a little bit for stuff going on behind your back and people using you, okay, Capricorn? I don't like when those messages come, but when those messages come, I feel they're important. I'm not going to belittle them. Because it is what it is sometimes, because not everybody in this world, like, we wish they could all be like somewhat enlightened and everybody's like that, but like, sometimes, the way people are, it really makes you wonder, is it inexperience, is it ignorance, is it just a lack of maturity? What causes, these certain divisions between people, or certain people to like, act completely bipolar some days, and it makes communicating with them almost impossible. It's almost like it's always an uphill battle. It's always a struggle. It should not deplete your energy to have to share your energy with somebody through communication, right? At the end of the day, basic, it should not, your gas tank should not go down. It should stay right where it was at when the energy level came. So maybe what we're doing as we're setting these boundaries, we're learning through communication. I mentioned a little earlier, maybe we're a little bit quiet, maybe we're going to like kind of look, listen, and learn about people a little bit more than like directly engaging them and like end up with the short end of the stick sometimes. What we want when we want to do that, right, as we're setting our boundaries, we also want to maybe keep a little checklist of like, that person doesn't normally treat people fairly, or I don't like the way that person addresses maybe women, or maybe somebody from a different culture or something like that. And it's just kind of like you gotta be able to sort of mind, the new people that are in your life, because there is new stuff here that's coming in on the daily level. Now, for some of you, it's new coworkers, new job for sure. We've been following that line, but it could be like other situations. It could be like new in-laws, or like new, extended family, or something of that nature, where it's like, oh, maybe you just don't want to interact, or maybe, I don't know, it could be. And the rumor mill could be afloat all at the same time too, right? This lack of strength is kind of like, these might be all of the different things that you're thinking about that are got you feeling this victim mentality, right? Like maybe it's like, nobody appreciates me. People want to take advantage of me. This is happening. And if you're perceiving these things to happen, chances are like some of you might even be allowing it to happen, right? Where like setting this boundary is going to be huge, right? All right. Nine of Wands there. Just really be careful of people's intentions. Be careful of how much information as well you are giving out in negotiations, and just in your daily like water cooler chat as well. I would say this is a listening time, an observational time for you, Capricorn. Don't dwell on it though, but just figure it out, discern it, learn it and discern it. All right, here we go. Justice now up in third eye, so that's good. Be fair to yourself. Like we mentioned before, Spirit knows how much you handle. Source knows how much you can get through, or how much it needs to give you in order to make you realize something or to make you stronger. And it's not going to go beyond that, right? It really isn't. So if you're looking for your just dues, if you're looking for when is my karma paying off, when is all the good things, like the extra work I've done for other people, going to pay off, right? Sometimes you have to say, I have to take care of myself. I have to be just and true to myself in the moment. We're not going to rely on that someday for all the good deeds to come around. If somebody's taking advantage of us, or somebody's asking too much for it, we just simply say, no, I can't, I cannot, I can't do it, right? Or I don't want to do it, right? If you want to take it to that level, you can do that, right? All people always just kind of sometimes dance out of situations where, and with some sort of, but if you're not obligated by the law or by maybe your employment or your security, if there's no obligation, darn right, tell people no. Learn to say it, right? That kind of thing. Okay. Cool messages. This has been an interesting reading, Capricorn. Very much so. Look at this. King of Swords up from Crown Chakra. Okay. So we got to ask, why is he here? For some of you, it could be a situation where you are involved with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. And this is an older person. This person could be a lawyer. We see it. We have justice here. So this person could be a lawyer. Some of you might be dealing with a situation where you've asked for counsel, and it seems like this is a good person for you or for your situation. The King of Swords has a very good way of cutting through the bullshit, the not beating around the bush, getting through to the situation. So it's nice to see this card here for those of you that might be struggling with the ticky-tacky mundane stuff, because it's almost like you're going to be vindicated in a way, or somebody's going to, slip up or realize the error of their ways with you. And as well, with the Eight of Swords coming up to King of Swords here, this is saying, like, let's take ownership. Let's know that however good or piss poor we're feeling, it's eventually up to us, right? We have this potential. We may be needing to do some research, or we may need to learn from ascended masters or other people that have written books on the subject that can help us through this, can help us alleviate us being our own worst enemy at times, Capricorn. Okay? That's what I see there. There's some guidance. There's something coming in from that King of Swords, and it could be like a book that you read that's been authored, or something that's communicated to you via ebook, or maybe a reading, or maybe just like an inspiring video that you watch by somebody that just kind of, and you'll know it when it happens. You'll be like, that's the message I needed to hear. That's the one that's going to set me over the top. Or like where I mentioned before, all those like walls coming down and you guys being at that moment of like realization, right? So energy's been stretched thin here a little bit, Capricorn, but some of you are freeing up some new time, right? Some of you are freeing things up, and some of you are just definitely going to be setting those boundaries in your heart, and that could be some internal work that's going on that I want to commend you with. So it wasn't like an awesome reading with cards, but it wasn't like super like down, like kind of dumpy, right? All right. You guys got the Serendipity card. This card shows up quite a bit in the general readings, I find. It's card number 18, Serendipity, and I think the traditional meaning of that word is like magic of some sort, or just like maybe not quite magic, but almost magic. I don't know. Serendipity. Here's the essential meanings. I'm going to read from the guide now that was created with these cards. Opportunity, allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate with exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being will now leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you very much. Okay, and the way I see that happening, we've talked about it, we're going to be a little bit more quiet. We're going to be a little bit more observant, where it's like people are going to be looking at you and they're going to be like, you know what, like karma's real, magic's real. Like, wow, this person just, I can't get them into it. I can't, they can't be pulled this way. They can't be pulled that way. They're kind of unmoved, unshaken. They're like a force to be reckoned with, Capricorn. And that's definitely you. And it's funny because we had this overall energy and it's like, how does this seem like stepping into alignment? Well, this is just the healing message for somebody that maybe is just not seeing it, that just isn't counting their blessings and they're seeing just only the negative, maybe at present time, where it's like, I would love that this, each and every day, because it's in our root chakra, this new dawn, right at this solstice time where the days are the longest, that we're making the most of all of our time in each and every day, and that this kind of day brings that alignment and that harmony that we're looking to seek in through our waking hours. And then that way, maybe not so much at bedtime where we're feeling worry or we're feeling anxiety about whatever it could be, all right? Anything that's fresh and new over these next 2 weeks, Capricorn, I really want you guys to take notice of it and grab it, captivate it if you can, either in a physical sense or in an understanding way, okay? Because I think that's going to help. All right, Capricorn, it was my pleasure to read for you. I love you all. We'll see you next time.